All right, today we're gonna make a homemade chili, my style chili. All right, not your style, my style, and it tastes fantastic. So we're gonna show you a couple of the ingredients. Right now, I know this is not a traditional chili like Southern chili or anything else or Southwest. This is my homemade, my specialty that I'm gonna make. All right. So instead of onions, I got these chives. All right. I'm gonna chop them off. We're gonna end up using every single piece of it. Throw it in there. Don't put it in the beginning. Throw it at the end. All right. And I like pak choy, so I like to have some taste with it. So we're gonna throw this too at the end to marinate. We have a bell pepper, giant bell pepper. I would buy 2 or 3, but look at this one. This is huge. All right, now this is the main thing. We got lean beef, 73% lean and 27% fat. You could do fat. I mean, it gives a great flavor. Sausages. These are Farmer John's sausages. One of my favorites. You find them at Costco. Also, bacon. Some bacon bits that are going to be giving it the flavor. So I like to cook all the meat first. The meat, we're going to chop it off. Meat first goes in the actual grill. Not in the grill, in the actual pot. You make sure you give it a taste. Burn it off a little bit. All the juices. Then you start adding the rest of the ingredients. Now, for ingredients, we do have an Italian mixture of seasoning. This one has thyme, parsley, and garlic. All right. And basil, oregano, and rosemary. Pretty much everything on one on this one. I like this one. This is instead of buying multiple, I always buy something like this that has all the ingredients. Now, we are gonna put ground cumin. Sometimes it depends on whoever likes the taste. So we add this. Maybe it's a maybe. Italian seasoning, same thing. We don't have to do that. Paprika. We have to set this, but not too much. Enough, right? Chili flakes, your option. It's optional. And then we do have oregano again, but I'm not going to throw this on because we are going to use this one. I do cayenne, all right? Cayenne West, all right? Then let's start with the actual ingredients, all right? So we have tomato dice, right? Kidney beans, all right? And then I do have one ground beef broth, right? That's going in. And I also have the little tomatoes to give it a little taste and the marinate really good, these tomatoes. These are a little bit more sugary, right? So you also, if you want to, if you want to skip all these ingredients, they do sell packages for chili, but then it's not your personal. This is personal. This is because it's somebody's birthday. We're going to do something real special. They like chili. Oh, I also forgot to tell you tomato paste, just in case we need too much tomato. It gives me heartburn, but it's worth eating sometimes the stuff. So let's go ahead and put this together and start cooking. So we're going to start off all the meats first, and I'm going to come back and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so here's 3 of the bacon, thick bacon, all right? 3 of them. These are the smoked honey bacon that I get from Costco. We got sausages. These are the first things that are going to go in, all right? This, you don't have to add any oil. This has a lot of fat. It's going to give it the oil. It's going to intense the flavor. So sausages, this is 5 sausages, and then this large beef. And then we're going to start cooking this first, and then I'm going to start chopping things off before we start. But we're going to cook this first. The meat goes in there. You could tenderize it, let it cook by itself. We're going to start high, though. It's high right now. So we're going to start with the bacon first. This is going to give everything else a flavor. All right. So, plus the oil is going to bring oil. I just throw everything in there at once. It's easier. Sausages. All right. And then the ground beef. I throw everything in there. Don't have to worry about it after. This is going to be enough for a couple of days of meals, man. But start breaking everything down, all right? And it's on high right now, but it's okay. We want it to all cook and give each other flavor. I didn't put any oil, but once in a while, I like the taste of olive oil. Just a dab. There's nothing more left on this one, but just a dab. Has a lot of oil to begin with the meat itself, so. Worcestershire sauce, whatever you call it. A little bit here, give it some flavor. A little bit of that. So we're gonna leave it as is. Come back. Let it cook some more, and we'll come back in the video. All right, now that we have it simmering, all right, we're gonna turn it down, And now the beef created a little bit of broth, all right? So we're gonna turn it down to maybe medium. All right, level 3 on mine. Slowing the cook off, all right? The meat's ready. It's all, make sure it's not sticking together, all right? That's one important thing. Move it all around. Right now, as it is, it has great flavor as it is. So we're gonna start adding our broth and water and everything else and all the ingredients too, all right? So we're gonna start with tomato, all right? Chopped up tomato. I didn't chop it off, but you could do your own, all right? And that's 1 can of it. We're also, if you need, depending on the red, on the color, we're also probably gonna add more. I like to add little baby cherry tomatoes just to balance the flavor, all right? And they're gonna get crushed in there and give it some flavors, all right? So that's another thing. And then we also, I like beef broth, all right? All right, we're gonna add beef broth. Put some in there. Give a nice flavor. This one has less sodium, so you're gonna have to add your own sodium, and it's not gonna fill up all the way to the top. It's just to give it a flavor, right? And we also put chicken bouillon because I like to mix it up. I know it's a lot, sounds like a lot for you guys, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And I'm gonna add water too at the end too to get it balanced, but we want to see where we're at. We're gonna add our kidney beans too. Kidney beans. Make sure you get every single one of them. If they're stuck in the bottom, they don't want to go in there. But we make sure everybody gets in 2 cans of chicken bouillon. Like half a teaspoon, if you guys can see it. Give it that extra flavor because it also has great ingredients in there. And I already put some of this right now earlier with the meat, but later down when this gets a little bit more intense, I like to add some more. But right now we're gonna let it simmer this. We're gonna add more ingredients. We forgot to add the main part. So we have bell peppers, all right? 1 bell. That's just 1 bell pepper. Then I like to have like a cabbage kind of thing in there. So these are bok choy, baby bok choy, all right? With the onion, all right? So everything goes on there. I know it doesn't look like it's gonna fit, but it will make it fit. So we're gonna go in there, mix everything up first, and then we're gonna add water too, and then close it out for another hour. And then make sure you add your ingredients right now. I'm gonna add my ingredients. Let me add that. Let me get that ready. We mix them all up. Make sure cayenne and everything else, garlic. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I like to add some garlic. I forgot about the chive, the actually meshed garlic. Look at this. I like to add this kind of garlic already meshed and some a little. What I like a lot. So I don't know about you guys. It's really healthy. So that's pretty much it. And for the ingredients, I use almost a spoon of every single ingredient I told you in the beginning. But cayenne is a little spicy, so you just be careful with it. And that's pretty much it. People like to add other vegetables too, carrots, potatoes. So we're gonna add a tomato sauce right now and fill it up to the rim, the water, and just keep watching for an hour, and it's ready to eat after this. You see where we're at? Oh man, we're there. We're there. Oh, you could taste the flavor on this one. Oh man. Oh, it's out of this world. For the same cup that we got our beans out, I'm gonna fill it up with water. Filter water. All the way up. Oops. Want more water. I like to take this recipe to camping. You put it on a steel pot by the fire, leave it there, start it lunch, it'll be ready for dinner. And it could stay cooking all day if you want. So right now with the color I like, I don't think I'm gonna change the ingredients or add anything else. We're gonna see how it is. If I do change this flavor or need salt or anything, have your spoon ready. But right now it looks a little hard as it is, and everything's gonna mesh down. And when it starts like a silk area where you can actually move this around, see how thick it is right now? We want it to a point where you can actually move this around with this or with a spoon. Right now it's a little thick, if you guys can see, it's grabbing a lot. So we want it to a point where it doesn't grab anything that much, right? That's where we want, that's when it's ready. And of course, it's gonna probably overspill, so you got to keep an eye on it and marinate this for maybe an hour or two, depending. You can leave it all day, but really low fire. Right now, we're gonna leave it at level 2, and we're just gonna close it up. And if you start hearing some sizzling noise, but for now, let's taste it first. Let's see where we're at with the taste. We have to add some more because we just added water too. It changed a little bit. Yep. It did change. So we're gonna add. It lost a little bit more of the salt flavor, the sodium flavor. So in this case, we're able to add pepper. And of course, salt. I will say 1 spoon of salt. Off camera, I did add a little bit more ingredients. Just a couple partner shakes. Yeah, that's better. That's on the money. It's not spicy. It's perfect. We need to marinate this. So we're going to close it up and come back when it's ready to serve, guys, so you guys can see the final results. I didn't like the color of it, guys, so I had to come back and add 1 can of tomato sauce, right? And I feel more content on the color. But now we mix it up and we're going to taste it to see where we're at too with it. So taste it, tasting spoon. We're gonna add a little bit more ingredients on it to get that little spice back up. Just added all the ingredients again, the same amount almost as the first time, because it wasn't strong enough. So mix it up some more. Depending on the sodium taste, all right? Have 3 people taste it if you don't have good taste buds, right? Because I'm a professional taste bud, because I'm fat, I have great taste buds. Oh, that's it. That's in the money. All right. Come back. We'll test it out again because the fire changes the taste, right? So let's bring it up a little higher for now. 4. And then let this cook. Take one of these camping. This is what you need all day. So we'll come back at the end. All right. Now, another thing that you're going to always add, cheese on the top. But look at this. It came out really good. For cooking for almost an hour and 45 minutes, what I did, the last 15 minutes, I let it cool off. Right? And like I said, the largest tomatoes, the little baby tomatoes, they're very mushy. Once they're mushy, this is ready to go. So very simple, as chives, kidney beans, and 3 types of meats. Hope you guys enjoy the video.